Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. In this episode I take a long haul journey from the Golden Triangle to the coastal resort of Hua Hin. To reach my destination I took a 2-day journey which included an overnight stay at the Waterfall Hotel in Bangkok, where I have previously stayed many times. To reach Bangkok I had made my way by bus from the Golden Triangle to Chiang Mai and then an internal flight from Chiang Mai into Bangkok airport. Also a quick apology, I did have a throat infection for a couple of days, so please excuse my poor quality of vocal dialogue.
Thursday the 7th of March I'm out on the balcony of the Quest Hotel after my 2-night stay, and today I'm beginning a long haul journey to my next ultimate destination, which is Hua Hin. Never been there before. It's now 5 to 11 and the bus is due at 11 o'clock, and I'm sitting by the roadside here. There's no bus station as such. This is the nearest town to the Golden Triangle, which is about a 10-minute drive away, and the bus, as I say, will be along shortly. This is a bit of a novelty. Inside the actual bus station there's this art gallery which is housed in a separate room, and I'm actually the only person who's walking around the gallery. Don't think anybody knows it's here. Free entrance. Not only the art gallery, but even around the station. They really seem to have made an effort in making it look quite attractive. First view then inside the new station. As you can see, it's massive, and certainly at the entrance here there's absolutely nobody about. Signs of life. There's a food court just ahead of me there. Really bizarre, the place is more like an airport than a train station, but at last I've arrived at the ticket office. Okay, so I've boarded the train, the bit of a delay by about half an hour. Unlike Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai, Hua Hin is a well-known tourist destination, and it's not too difficult to book accommodation. I haven't actually booked a hotel for the night, but I've got a couple of places in mind, and when I arrive in the town I'll decide which hotel to stay at. Then at Hua Hin station.
During my 5-night stay in Hua Hin, I stayed in 2 different hotels, the first of which was the Chiang Rai hotel.
And this is the room. Fridge underneath the TV. Little work table there with a mirror. I've paid about £18 for the room, which isn't too bad. The only slight problem is that it's on the 4th floor and there's no lift. Apart from that, it's a very nice hotel. This is the view from the window, so time for a little night exploration. So just walking around, I found my way to this really pleasant rooftop bar and restaurant, and I've decided to have a beer and a tuna salad. The bar has only been open for about 2 months.
After just a 1-night stay in the Chiang Rai hotel, I transferred to the At Home hotel just a few streets away. Here I found a much better selection of bars and restaurants, and I was also closer to the main beach.
Time now then to explore Hua Hin and have some food. And this is the walking street known as Soi 80, where all the bars are. The lady that you see walking across the road is Sue, who's the receptionist at the hotel. It didn't take me long to find a bar. This is almost next to the hotel and it's called the Nanny Bar. But they are playing some rock music inside. Continuing then up Soi 80. No doubt this is much more busy at night. More customers and more traffic. Found this food stall here. There's some rather interesting items of food. We have fried salmon belly, fried shrimp chin, and fried eggfish. I'm going to try the salmon belly. Now for the fried shrimp chin. Yes, shrimp chin, you heard it right. Heading back now to the hotel. And I say the food from the stall there was very nice. You never quite know what you're going to come across next when you're walking through Thailand. But if Burger King or pizzas are your thing, then don't worry. In the major resorts, you'll still find them as well. It's now the 11th of March and I'm gradually getting my voice back, fortunately. And I'm back at Oscar's Cafe for breakfast. Recommended, they do a wonderful English breakfast here. One thing I noticed through the years coming to Thailand is that it's very rare that sausages are cooked how I like them. But here, the whole breakfast is really nice. As I say, I can recommend the cafe. It's located on the road that leads down to the Hilton Hotel. And breakfast has just been served. As I say, the sausages are done. The whole breakfast is done really well. And if you like your cornflakes, then cornflakes as well. This then is Hua Hin Beach. It's very breezy today, which may account for the fact that the sea is very rough. Also, Hua Hin is the first beach in Thailand I've known where you can actually get on a saddle and have a ride on a pony. I must say, I've always wanted to ride horseback, but it's a bit like the elephant riding. I don't like getting on the backs of these animals when you don't know how fairly or how poorly they're treated. So I'm going to give it a miss. Just out of curiosity, I've just asked the lady how much they charge for a ride, and it's 400 baht, which is around about £10, and that's for 20 minutes. Man, it's hot today. Ever since I came to Thailand nearly 2 weeks ago, the temperature has been in excess of 30 degrees C every single day, and perfect blue skies as well. I'm seriously considering moving back to the Tipuri Hotel, where I stayed for the first night here in Hua Hin, because although the hotel I chose later, the at-home hotel, is very close to the bars and restaurants, it's not near to the beach. And also, to get to the restaurants, you have to cross this very, very busy main road. So today is the 12th of March and we're off to a long-tail boat trip. I have a companion with me for this trip today. Her name is Mai. I made friends with her on the holiday and I've invited her to join me on the trip. We're just arriving now at the Khao Sam Roy Yacht National Park. Arrived now at the departure point. Some lovely mountains here. So here we are, just about to board the boat. Right, so we're off. Engine start up and we're away. Starting off going through some kind of swamplands, I guess. But lovely scenery all around. Getting a little bit narrower just here. Outboard motor has been turned off and oars have come out. You're kind of looking at one of the other boats here. I think there's an entrance to a cave and I think there's some opportunities for some selfies to be snapped up here. Making a second stop now. Not quite sure where we're going. It's just as well that Mai's with me today because the guy on the boat doesn't seem to speak very good English. So I've got a good translator here. And we've arrived at a kind of a Buddhist shrine here. And climbing up a few steps, we come across this Buddha inside a cave. And I'm not quite sure if you can see them, but there's even a couple of monkeys in the tree there. Oh. So I think we're heading back to the docking area now. Here you can see the sun setting on the water now. Coming to the end of the journey, it's about 5:30. It's now Wednesday, the 13th of March, and back in the taxi for another tour to one of the local waterfalls. Just arrived at the waterfall, and the taxi driver for the tour is now buying the ticket for entrance. I've been told there's various wildlife to be seen around the waterfall. Monkeys, birds and butterflies as well. Here we are then at the entrance to the waterfall. You can see Mai feeding the fish down below. And it's very difficult for me to film at the moment because I've got about 24 wasps hanging around my legs and I'm frightened to get them stung. Oh man. But just look at the amount of fish down there by the waterfall. You can buy food for the fish before you come down here and feed them. So many butterflies that you see there. So many butterflies, they're even settling on me trainers now. I think we've got as far as we can. We're just heading back now to the car, and I have to say that in places it's rather hairy walking along this very rocky path. Here at least there's a rope you can hang on to. Other places it's a case of leaning on trees and leaning on with whatever you can. Just thought I'd take a little bit of film of Hua Hin old railway station. There is a new station there which was opened quite recently, but I always think that this station is extremely ornate. Nothing like what we've got in the UK.
The following morning I spent a few hours back at the At Home Hotel, where I had a swim and said farewell to my new friend and companion Mai, before making the return rail journey back from Hua Hin to Bangkok. And that's the end of episode 5. In part 6 you can see the islands of Koh Chang and Koh Lanta. I had already stayed at Koh Chang the previous year, but I visit Koh Lanta for the first time. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, and when searching for the channel in the YouTube search box, be sure to enter the channel name exactly as written to ensure that all the videos will be displayed.